It's Ebro, Laura, and Rosenberg. Ebro will be with us in just a moment. He got held up, but the man of the hour is here. Supreme Clientele 2 Friday. Ghostini is in the building.
Yeah, that's right. Midnight.
Now listen, are you surviving energy-wise? Because you are fully doing the rounds right now.
Oh, yeah. These is like, I'm like in the, remember how back in the days they had 15 rounds?
Uh-huh.
It's like the 14th round. Word.
You did
It's
the West
like,
Coast
yo,
first.
I'm fighting with my eyes. Yo, I'm on fumes right now. But I'm still gotta go though.
It's been a minute. When I was seeing like the news cycles and all the headlines, I was like, wow, he's literally really doing all the promo.
You have to.
They
Yeah.
got you working.
I got to, yeah. I mean, I'm a good worker though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even, I'm a good worker. Even when I did, like when I was on Def Jam, you know, I think me leaving Sony, they was like, you know, because I left Sony with a little bit of whatchamacallit. So Def Jam didn't know I was gonna go in like that, and I wound up doing a lot like how this, but even more.
Right? Oh, really?
You know what I mean?
What album do you think you did the most run for?
I think it might have been Fish Scale.
Yeah, Fish. You know.
Fish Scale or Pretty Tony. It was one of them. It was one of them. Fish Scale or Pretty Tony. It was one of them though, but I did a lot.
Are you pleased? I'm sorry, Laura. Are you pleased, like, to see that like everybody still rolls out the red carpet and like people really, bro? You've been in this game since '93,
bro.
All right, we're at 32 years that you've been putting out music, and the carpet still gets rolled out. People still care when you do something. Like, does that affect you, or do you appreciate that?
Peter, I want to add on to that.
Yeah.
Every clip that I've seen online,
Yeah.
yo, people are, including us, we're so excited to see you.
Right.
And it's like, you know, the media folks, you know, everybody gets, you know, interviews on the schedule. Nah, everybody's eyes are big as hell, excited.
Right.
Like,
Nah,
it's such
that's
an
love.
honor and it's such a pleasure. And it makes me happy that everybody's celebrating you.
Yeah. Do you
Right.
feel that though? Are you able to feel that?
I mean, you know, because it's like I'm back outside again. But I do feel it. I feel a little bit. I don't really think about it too much. But you know, because I'm just doing what I know what I could do, and I've been here before. But yeah. But I feel like a little excitement around what's going on right now. You know what I mean? So, you know, I guess I just want to see, you know, how this record be perceived when it come out, I guess, a Thursday night.
Were you playing it for your brothers in the clan when you guys were on the road this
Nah,
summer?
I ain't played nothing for them.
Really? They didn't get it? No one's heard of it?
I didn't play nothing for them. You know, I just like to hold certain things to myself, and then when it come, then it's like, I bow. That's it. I didn't play for nobody. Only song Meth might have heard some because he came to the studio.
Okay.
Right.
Might have heard maybe 2 or 3 joints. You know what I mean? But that's about it.
And
Yeah.
you were like, that's all I'm going to give you for now.
Yeah, because, you know, Meth, he's just in and out. What up, King?
Danny.
What up, baby? What up, baby?
Ebro's-
Oh, you got that orange sherbet.
What's
on.
good? What's good? That's right. That's right.
Cream,
Sherbet.
orange cream,
Yeah,
but it's like that
Italian
orange sherbet.
Sherbet, right?
that sherbet.
Yeah, that sherbet. Yeah. But I didn't play it for nobody.
Did
Only
you-
Meth heard it.
Now I talked
couple joints.
I talked to Ray right after the tour, and I told Ray, you know, my stupid dad joke was, hey, I'm gonna catch you guys, because I was traveling with my family, so I said, don't worry, I'm gonna catch you guys on the next final tour. And we had a laugh about it because Ray said you guys just had a great time out there. Did you have a great time doing this Wu tour?
Yeah.
And do you think in maybe 5-10 years y'all be like, yo, man, let's have one more final tour? You know, because it's just you guys look so good hitting those stages again. Why would it be over? You guys are young men.
I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like,
They going back out. That's the
They're
answer.
going
right
back
there.
out.
listen.
They going back out.
Listen, because RZA talked about that maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Like, yo, we gonna do Vegas, and then we gonna do one more tour. Then it's over with, like this and that. And but even when he made the announcement later on, I heard it from other people. You know what I mean? But I'm like, yo, why would you call it the final chapter like when you got Bruce Springsteen, these guys is still
Exactly.
going. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
like, come on. But I ain't going front though. This last run we did was the best run that I ever been a part of. Like I felt good. I felt comfortable. Like I felt like we had everything in order. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
I never
think
felt
it
like
also,
that.
It drives the passion and the demand, right? Like, you know how many times we done seen the greats say they was retiring and we
Facts.
scramble. As the fans, we scramble. We buying
Right.
tickets, we buying everything.
Right.
So RZA he probably, RZA, that's the Abbott. He study up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to get these people outside for real, watch this.
But we didn't have to do that. We didn't have to do that. To me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
we do sell out.
Yeah, anyway.
A lot, you know what I mean? Yeah, but but to be like the final chapter. Like, how could you come back if you do come back? What you gonna say?
Don't worry,
What you
don't
gonna
worry.
name it? What
But
you gonna
don't
name
worry,
it?
but don't
What you gonna
worry.
name it?
Y'all-
We back?
the new beginning.
Right.
The
Shit like that.
final chapter.
Yeah, but I don't know. But me, deep down inside, I don't think that it's over. You know what I mean? Even though we still got to hit
Well, I'll
Europe.
tell you what, bro. It
What's
ain't
that?
over because it's Supreme Clientele 2. Ray just put
Bet.
out his shit.
Oh, bet.
Like, you know
Yeah.
Meth cooking. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Meth and Red, I heard they cooking.
Oh, yeah, they
Like,
cooking.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lot going on, man.
How did that feel?
Listen.
Like being in the studio with your brothers back again?
I mean, it's always it's like it's magic. It's magic. You know what I mean? First we sit there, we talk a little stuff, go through little things. Then before you know, when that beat come on, we start to get the writing and that's it right there. Like, it's especially with the clan. It's always competition with the clan though.
On the Supreme Clientele 2, out Friday.
Yes.
What's one of, if you can recall, because it's skits. It says it's 22 tracks, but it's
Right.
obviously we get the great Ghostface skits and crazy
Right.
talk and all that. What's one of your craziest favorite bars that you said, think of something off the album?
Come on, there's a lot of bars.
Oh man, it's too much. It's just
Gotta
it's
give
just-
us one. We got
it's
one. It's gotta be
just-
one in there.
I mean, you gotta you probably when I did what I mean. Listen, I'm just picking something though. But when I did Windows and I went in on the B, I said, well, that's the B-I-G, the D-A-D-D-Y-K-N-E, the T-O-N-E-Y, Starks need an Emmy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like, it was a different flow. It was on some Kane, you know
That's
what I
right,
mean?
that's right.
Like I told Kane, like, yo, I shouted you out on my joint, like, you know what I mean? So that was just a line right there or whatever. But it's bars in there.
When you really in your bag,
Right.
Like when you're warming up the pen and you're in there and you're really cooking. Do you laugh to yourself sometimes? Like, do you make yourself laugh? Like, yo, that shit is crazy, right?
Oh yeah,
there.
sometimes yeah. Like, yo, you know what I mean?
Like
the
you
bar-
spitting and then
it's
something
bar,
happen,
yeah.
you're like, yo, that's fucking
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah. You know what I mean? It's because it be bars. Like, you gotta live for bars. Like, and I don't think too many, because people just rap the rap, but when you catch bars and you got it and it's hitting and it's clicking on all cylinders, it's like, yeah, it's a home run.
Do you sit down and actively say, I'm going to start writing, or do things just hit you when you're moving around and you jump on your phone and put down an idea?
Nah, it's the beat. It's always the beat.
So you're
I
sitting
catch
on
bars.
repeat.
I catch bars. Like I just catch them. I catch them like I could get in the shower. I could just be like you said, moving, but they just come and they leave me.
You see,
You know what I mean? I get mad at that because they be something fire like yo. Then all of a sudden I can't remember it because I didn't write it down. But for the most part, it's the beat. The beat that just take you and it just drag you to where it needs. And I was with Joe yesterday and he said the same thing. So I know I'm not bugging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's like, the beat speak to you. I said, you're right. It do speak to you because it tell you what to say. Like I told you when I did All I Got Is You, I knew it was a fat track. RZA played it and I said, I need that immediately. Boom. You know, I'm an old school cat. So I'm like, yo. So but when I went back home and I started to write it, it was those emotions that came out on it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and it just took me there. So that's what every beat is just different. It just takes you.
We was talking about Supreme Clientele 2 on the air the other day.
Right.
And our excitement for it coming out and trying to get the audience excited, like y'all need to tune in. Like this is a moment.
Right.
Somebody has said to me that this is some of the best Ghostface ever.
Right.
Now, I don't know if they're recent history bias. I don't know if they're romancing the
Right.
because what you give us is so unique that when it's on, like you
Right.
said, like when it's
on,
in
when
the
it's on.
bag,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
you can't find it
Right.
when the beats are right, when you're really
Yes.
in your energy thing,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
the whole aesthetic and you could see like it's very visual, right? Like what
Right.
you do is very visual.
Right. That's right.
Do you agree, like when you listen to this or the way you feel right now, do you feel like this is some of your sharpest?
In a long time, yeah, because I'm focused. I'm focused. A lot of stuff, a lot of times I did records just like, it's things that get in your way where you just not really, you at that time, you kind of digging what you doing, but not like you just ain't all the way there. I think this time I was there. I was there.
And a lot of shit's out the way. Ain't no
Yeah.
label politics.
Ain't none of
nobody
that.
worried about
You know what I mean?
bread.
You
Ain't
older,
no.
your brain is more mature. You know what you want. You know what I mean? You know what you want. Once you know what you want, okay, cool. And me, I'm the type that if I get a verse, you might say, yo, Ghost, I need you to do a verse for me. I'll write 3 verses, even if it's 3 eighths, so I can know how to set it off right. You know what I mean? So I'm comfortable with like, I'm bouncing on it the way I want to. And that's it. I'll trash those other ones if I have to. And then just focus on that right there. And that's what it is. So with this one, it was a lot of that too. Like, yo, you know what? No. Scrap that. You know what I mean? Boom. Lay that down. And I always like Wigs, that's like my coach. Because I could come to him and I could be like, yo, what's up with that? And he keep it a buck with me. He could be like, you know what I mean? And
You want that in the dojo. You want to be, yeah.
I want that. It's like, yo, because it's like, yo, it's like he with me every day in there. Because I'm like, I might lay a verse down. It might be like, yo, you know what? No,
jab
calm
is
down.
lazy. The jab
Calm
is
down.
lazy,
Yeah,
bro.
Exactly. Calm down. Do it like this, and I might get a laid back flow, a up flow, or just regular. And he could be like, yo, this one sounds like that for that. And if I agree with it, because I'm the last one to go. So it's like if I agree to it, like, yo, you know what? I think that, but if we battling, I'd be like, so why did you say that? And I try to look at why he's telling me that. You know what I mean? And then I got to make the decision. But that's how it be in the studio.
When did Wigs go from being like an MC in Theodore Unit who was rapping with your guys to like becoming such an active part of your everyday life? Because like the more that I feel like Wigs was in your life day to day, the more consistent your career has gotten, the more on track things have gotten. When did that relationship sort of turn into that?
And that was a wow. That was
been
a
a
long
minute,
time
right?
ago. Yeah, we've been around each other for a long time. Even you just had him on tape.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
but back
Yo, you
then,
crazy.
I just thought he was in Theodore Unit then. Was he
Yeah.
already helping you day to day at that point?
No, but yeah, at that time we were just running around with each other. But after that, it was like we just started to get, as you grow. You just get more close, and stuff like that. So as I'm going to the studio, he's there. So, and I don't like a bunch of guys in the studio with me. I'm not one of them guys that had like everybody getting drunk and like, 40 people in there and you just got to try to do your work. I can't think like that. I need peace. You know what I mean? So it'll be me, him, and the engineer. And as I'm recording these albums, he's right there. So, you get comfortable. So I'm like, yo, all right, to make sure I'm doing this right, I'll ask a question. Like, yo, how's this bar? How's that bar like that? And this and that and the third. And if it could be better, it could be better. I'll sit there and change it, or I'll just come back to it. You know what I mean? So that's why I say he's like a coach. Even if I'm in the booth, like I just said, he'll just give me, yo, nah, do it again. Do it again, Tone. Do it again. Because it's almost like, I don't know what you call it, but it's like a tone that, that just, I have to be set right there. A lot of my old albums, I was just really rapping the rap, like, you know what I mean? But like I said, now I understand it now. Like
He's trying to get the emotion out of you.
yes, he does that too, especially when I got to lay on tracks. Like I did the track called Zoom. You know what I mean? We old school heads, so it's like when I'm on that track, you got to lean on it. You know what I mean? But sometimes you might not come in there. You know what you want to do. You might not be leaning right. You know what I mean? But here, go ahead, we'd continue to do it and do it and do it until we got it. Bow. That's it.
Ghost, you are like I was saying, very unique in hip hop, right? Like the way you rap, what you rap about, the words you choose to put together, the way you explain shit, like even you as just an individual. And I'm hopefully people have given you your flowers and you know this, and we're all grateful to have you and honored to still have you putting out
Peace, I
music. So
respect that. Thank you.
yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
But in there is this joy that I still see. Like you're very joyful and you've always been this person. Like you love hip hop, you love creating, you love talking crazy, you love dressing, you know what I mean? Like you have
Right.
love for a lot of shit. I would
Right.
love to give you space right now to just talk about that joy that you have, and did you find that joy in making this project and being back outside recently with the Wu-Tang Clan on the tour and now with this Supreme Clientele 2 celebration?
I mean, thank you though, but I don't know, man. It's like we just getting older. I'm clearer. Like I said, I'm clearer, and I know I love what I do. I love music. I love hip hop. I'm an R&B cat first, but I love hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no hip hop without R&B.
You know what I'm saying?
that.
I love that. It's right. You know what I'm saying? So I love it, but I don't know, man. I just know what I could do. And even right now, even with Supreme, it was like, you know what? I got like around like 6 songs that I did like over 17 years ago. That's on this record here. You know what I mean? And let me say, how can I say it? It's like when I got a vibe, it's a vibration. Like, you know what I mean? I look for it, and it's hard. Don't get me wrong. It's hard to get that what you want as far as beats. Like, you could go to a producer with a name, and he's not giving it to me because he's making the stuff like right now. I need this thing. I need to go back and, you know what I mean, and take me back to where I need
timeless
I
shit.
need that. That's why certain beats that was in there, like a Metaphysics, that was in there like 20 years ago, 23 years ago. It was in the computer. I had it for that long, and Candyland and things like it just there. So I said, yo, you know what? When the time came, I got those in the stash. You know what I mean? This is what you got to create right now. And that's why, like the break beats and all that I was doing, it's like I love break beats. Break beats is like the father, you know what I mean, of hip hop.
That's right.
And I find myself over a break beat, I could destroy like almost any break beat. I mean, not even almost, all of them. You know what I mean? So, and that's when it came to be like, yo, you know what? Ty Boogie. You know what I mean? Yo, I need you to do. So it felt like we almost uptown, like we just like back in the Willie Burger days and all that stuff like that. So I had to find that niche where like Lauryn Hill did the Miseducation.
Yeah.
And she had the Classroom. Where you gonna go, Ghost? Where you gonna go? So that was just one of the parts that was really doing this record here, was like, who are you? What you gonna do? And I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm a fly nigga. I like to have fun. This and that. I like fly beats. I like all that. I like, just a feeling. And that's why, Supreme came out the way it is right now. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
Ghost, let me. I'm gonna read a couple lyrics to you.
Okay.
I want to see quickly how fast you recognize what song it is, and then get some of your interpretation of things you've said in the past. All right. So tell me the second you know what verse it is. Tell me when you know. 600 Cuban cigar in the big tub, medallion.
Kanye joint.
Yeah, medallion on, Dove soap in the fresh cut. Yep. With soap suds on the Mac 11. My big lion haven't ate since 12, and it's after 7.
Yeah.
But
word.
Yo, he said
it.
to keep going, Ebro, real quick, just a little bit where he goes. We fed the N-word like 40 chickens. His tail wag when I send him a bag with just one victim. Uh-oh. Now let me show you what my closet on. Gems in the display case, call it a rockathon. I got soccer moms paying for cock. Asians get it from behind while they clean and they walk. Hey, yo, Ghost, what's wrong with you?
Word. Yeah, that's see you in the zone. That's when you in the zone. I wrote that under a red light with red ink. I like doing stuff like that. You know what I mean?
That sets the tone in the zone.
Sets it. That red light don't never go wrong. You know what I mean? You put that red light on.
Now you sipping on something, you smoking a spliff or both?
Time, nah, no spliff, no nothing. It was just off the dome, like just coming. Like no drink, no nothing. Just gotta sit there, cause I know when I'm getting on a Kanye track.
Well, and a Kanye track that originally was always kind of based on you, because that Shake That Party, it was always based on Mighty Healthy, which then, by the way, you brought back again on Rap Kingpin.
Right.
What is it about Mighty Healthy? It seems like you put that out as a white label off the first Supreme Clientele, and it's just always had like an incredible life of its own ever since you did it.
Going back to what I was just saying, them drums is like that's the substitution drums. You know what I mean? When you get those drums, it's like you could just add whatever you want on top of those drums and never go wrong. But I be doing shows, so I like to take other people's records and rhyme off them. So I'm like, yo, I told Scram Jones, we was in Cincinnati when it first happened. I said, yo, I want to rhyme off of Check Out My Melody. Let me do Mighty Healthy off of Check Out My Melody. You know what I mean? You know him, he like to play around a lot. And then he just threw on it. He started mixing all that shit together. I said, yo, right there. I want that. I need that right there. Don't forget that. This and that. When we get back home, that's what it is. You know what I mean? So when we got back home, that he just nailed it. He put it together. I'm over there. Nah, Scram, because you got to show him how to do it. Because Scram is he started doing what he want to do. Yeah.
You gotta pull
it's a
back.
great idea, nigga. No, chill out, bro. Chill out. All right. Boom. So we did it. I gotta go. You gotta fight Scram for that. So I'm like, yo, you know what? All right, that's it right there. So then how that the hook came. Wigs was like, no, you gotta put what's the check out, like check out the Rap Kingpin. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was Wigs' idea to get ahead and just throw that in there. But it's like I had to go like, yo, check. You know what I mean? But then, so I had Scram just go ahead and cut that in there. Boom. So we just worked together like and built that record.
Goes 100,000 times one. Snatch up, my styles get done. I hold the title.
My belt was one. Slick Majected, broke mic to left.
You know what song it is?
Shot them like syringes. Blues door. Oh. That's Winter Wars.
That's Winter Wars.
Yeah, Winter Wars.
Which
I wrote that
being
rhyme. Check it out. I wrote that rhyme off of Mass Appeal.
Gangstar.
The instrument.
Gangstar.
Nah.
Yeah. Gangstar.
You were listening.
Huh?
You were listening to the Mass Appeal instrumental. Like you were.
Yeah, I wrote that off of there. And I just put it on there.
And why did that song end up being yours? Because that Winter Wars is a Wu-Tang song. It's a bunch of y'all on it. It was on the Don't Be a Menace soundtrack. But then it ended up on your album. Why did that end up being a Ghostface song?
I don't
even know.
Yeah. Probably because that was the release that was close by or something.
I set it off. Did I set it off?
No, you got set it off. You're second.
Yeah.
I mean, your body.
I don't know. Yeah.
But that's the one. Honestly, that Cap is the one who should have gotten that. Cap does like 100 bars.
He went to wars. 64 bars. A murder.
Yeah. Let's hit you with one more. I mean, this is the classic. Scientific. My hand kissed.
Oh, nutmeg. I wrote that in Africa. That's what I did.
Where in Africa? Where in Africa?
What country in Africa were you?
You know where you're at?
I was in Benin, West Africa.
Wow.
West Africa. I did that. I was in a village. No houses, no nothing. Staying in huts.
But you was out there for just learning?
Because my man, right, I'm a diabetic, so my man was like, I ain't seen him in a long time. And a matter of fact, I think I might have seen him at a summer jam or something like that or whatever. He came through, but him and his man used to go get diamonds from over there and stuff like that. So you know me, I'm like, yo, you going back to the motherland? I said, yo, they got the cure for diabetes over there. He said they got everything.
He said they got everything.
So he gassed me to get out, to go over there. Yeah. So I'm ready though. Yeah. I'm ready.
Open
I'm like,
mind, open heart.
What?
Right.
So I go there, and it was just like the most illest experience I ever had in my life.
So cool.
Yeah, and it was like.
You see how they moving now?
Yo, what?
Ibrahim Traore and them, they running
they
them.
turned up.
Yo, they turned random French up out of there. They getting back to business.
Yeah, getting back to business, baby. And I was out there. And I just had a beat in my head, and I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna make a style that nobody. It's just words, just words. Just make them sound fly. Nobody gonna never know what I'm talking about. and that's what I did.
You really
I
did.
Scientific.
Nobody ain't never gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about.
You probably missed. Yeah. I had so many people trying to like really just break it down. And when I told them that what I just said, like, yo, it was just a style. Listen, people get caught up in rap. You could just do whatever. It's rap. Like,
Yeah, but
it's
you
no
have
rules.
diehard fans who will sit there and draw diagrams and
Yo,
try to break
they
it
did.
down.
They tried to, and I'm just watching them break down nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to break their hearts though. You know what I mean? You know how the knapsack is on it. It's like, yo,
The knapsack
yeah.
is-
So they just like they
wanna
it was
break
like,
our
yo,
hearts,
nah,
bro.
no, he's this,
Thank
is that, is that, is that, is that, is that. You know, and I just left it as that. Just left it as that. Like, yo,
It's
but
art, man.
It
It's
was just a
art.
style.
It's art.
You know how you take a painting and you could just splash the wall and somebody and that painting might go for $2 million, but you can't even read the joint. Like, you just looking at paint.
Right. That was
Yo.
just paint, is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Art is paint. You know what I mean? These raps is paint.
Talk to him.
By the way, you mentioned your diabetes. You look great. You seem super healthy. How are things going health wise? You feeling good?
I'm going. Yeah, I'll be hitting the gym. I don't mean trying to get cock diesel though, but you know what I'm saying. I just go in there and just do little cardios and stuff like that, just to make your blood circulating.
And did you make
circulation? You
and
know
did
what I
you
mean?
make,
Just do that. It's like, yo, man, we getting older now, bro. We not 18, 19 no more. You know
You
what I
can't
mean?
cut no corners out here.
No corners. You know what I mean? Knees and start playing games on you. And, you know what I mean? Lower
Yes.
back. It's like, but you gotta move. You gotta move.
It's important.
So but I'm good. I'm good. I mean, all praises due to the Most High, yo. I'm just happy to still be here. You know what I mean? Years later, still doing what we do. You know what I mean? With a good frame of mind. My faith is good. That's the first of everything. You know what I mean? But yeah, just trying to get pull out, whatever I could pull out in these years that we got. That's ahead of us.
go.
Ghost, how did you feel when the Wu-Tang, the American Saga on Hulu dropped, right? And the documentaries. I remember we were in here because it became like a reintroduction to a whole new audience.
Yeah.
So like our producer Shani, who's not here, but it was a thing that him and his teenage
His
son
kids,
would
yeah,
do it.
his
Like
sons.
the day that it dropped, it was them too. So I just thought
Right.
it's such a beautiful thing to see two different generations like meet together celebrating
Right.
you guys, right? So
Yeah.
how did it feel for you? Because I'm sure you have nephews and I know you as Unc.
Yeah.
But, do they really know the story? And how did it feel to get that love from the new wave of like young
No, it feels great.
fans.
It feels great. I applaud RZA for that. You know what I mean? Because that was his vision, and it worked. You know what I mean? I didn't really see it. I didn't see it because I didn't get a chance to tell my story. Like, let me tell my story. You know what I mean? I'm not kicking dirt on it.
Right.
But I'm glad it happened and everything because it did open people's eyes up and stuff like that, though. But, the Tony Stark story is different. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, some of it was,
In
you
there,
know,
but it was,
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, yo, you know what I mean? I had brothers in the hood like, yo, that wasn't like this and that. And I had to tell them to chill out, man. It's, it's a story, man. It's TV and this and that and the third. But, but brothers take it to heart when you coming and talking about certain situations from the town. So, but like I said, I didn't really, and RZA know that though. Like I
I
was
feel like
telling him,
that came
yo,
out during the rollout, like you was kind of like, and you was open about.
yeah, man.
Yeah, he was
I mean,
open about it.
because I had to speak up because it's
Yeah.
like but not in a bad way. Just that I didn't see it.
Just for clarity.
Yeah, that's all.
But there was some stuff that people learned about you between your relationship with RZA and taking care of your brothers when you were young. Like there was there some valid stuff that people learned about you that you thought was worthwhile?
I don't know. I ain't see it.
All right, so
talking
yes,
about? He's
facts. No, so for example, I know a lot of Wu fans didn't understand your actual familial relationship with RZA.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they show you taking care of your brother in the show with muscular dystrophy and things like that were important to your life and upbringing. That I'm sure helped shape you quite a bit. I wanted to ask you, like, what did you learn about like being a caretaker as someone who was young? Like you had a lot of responsibility heaped on you.
Yeah,
as a
because I
kid.
was the oldest. Mad responsibility. You know what I mean? And my brothers that I was taking care, they was brothers, but it was like they was younger than me and stuff like that. So, in that household there, it was like all I got is you. You know what I mean? It was just wild in the household. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't have somebody in there to tell me to, yo, do this or help check on my homework or nothing like that. Of course my mom's, she was doing her little drinking thing with her friends and stuff like that. And
Trying
that
to
leads
cope.
you.
She was coping.
Yeah, and at that time, you don't really know what she could going through, or even what made her really
Right.
do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know we on welfare doing this, but she always had an open door for like even her friends. Like we lived right there in the prime of on the first floor when you could sit right there on the bench and you got to take a piss. You come right upstairs to my house and it's like that. Like, you know what I mean? So it was a lot of things. You know, being the oldest and having to like, okay, pick your brothers up, pull their pants down with out the wheelchair.
Yeah.
And with one hand trying to go like that and then sit them down and, you know what I mean, and do the same thing, getting up, trying to do that.
Wiping ass and all
at
that,
16.
clean ass, yeah.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean, 15, 16, and it's like, you know, of course that took a toll. That took a toll, and, you know, I didn't know at this time, like, I have a clue, like, where I'm at right now would do that. You know, God always got plans, like, you know what I mean? So, you know, it was just, I seen a lot of stuff as a child. Yeah, and, you know, it was rough. It was rough at that time. It was rough at that time. Like
a lot of times when I'm here, when I listen to you rap, what I picture is I picture the block, I picture OGs drinking and just talking, and like, cause the way I grew up, my uncles and just dudes from around the way, there was always a couple of dudes that's talking loud, saying fly shit.
Right.
Wearing fly shit,
right,
and they put on a good show, but they still in the hood like the rest, like they still around the way like the rest of us, but they talking that big talk.
Big talk. Definitely.
And I always feel like when you rap, some of that was your inspiration of them dudes that you saw that was like saying fly shit, talking crazy shit that they don't know nothing about, but it sound good.
It sound good, yup. Still right there in the hood. You know what I mean? So I pick up. Because I'm once you think I'm not looking, I'm always looking.
Yeah.
Even if I don't say nothing. I'm a peeper. Like I peep stuff. Yeah, I peep it like that.
That sounds
I
crazy.
peep that. You know
But
what I
you
mean?
peeped that. But you peeped that.
You ain't gotta say nothing though, but you peeped it though.
But you
Like,
peeped it,
you
right?
think he's slick though.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
Hey,
so I'm one of those guys, huh?
Thursday midnight is happening. Supreme Clientele 2.
Bet.
The
Cannot-
peeper's back.
The people.
Peeper.
We can't wait, bro.
Yeah, man.
Congrats.
Yeah, I just want the people to, you know, to hear how these records just go on the road without stopping, you know what I mean? And just pick up the vibe that I had on the reason why I put it. You know what's so ill about making these albums? It don't even be the records. It be the order.
The sequence.
The sequence, yo, I changed it so many times because the feeling wasn't there. And then when you really get that first 8 brick, and because what I do, I'll take one record, all right, that's gonna be the first one. All right, we all agreed? Okay, what's sound good coming after that? Then what's sound good coming after that? But you gotta play like 30 records against like your list that you got against every one song. And you just there for like hours straight in the studio, like, yo, and then you take it home. Then that's not it. Go back again. That's
And you
not
gotta
it.
work out to it, drive to
You
it,
gotta
walk
go-
to it.
Listen, yeah.
Play it in the living room,
And
play
then-
it in the wake up and play
Yo,
it.
yeah. And then Wigs is like, yo, man, once I said, all right, we got it, wasn't it? You know what I mean? So I can see his face now because we done went through mad hours and days trying to get it.
Of course.
So I said, yo, we got to change it, bro. All right, we're going to change it from right here. We're going to change it from right here. And here you go. Now he's at the point where he's listening to me, but I ain't saying nothing. And like I told you, I'm a peeper, so I peep it. Like, yeah, he don't want to be bothered with this no more. Boom. So, and then we finally get it where it's riding, and that's it, where it's gliding all the way through. Add the Ty Boogies in there. Ty Boogie in there, boom, boom, boom. Now it's making
Shout
it
to
feel
Ty
like something.
Boogie,
Shout out
man.
Ty Boogie, making it feel like something now. Now it's like, yo, all right, cool. Now how you gonna end it? It's like a wave of things. I could have did without, and I always tell them I could have did without 2 records. And 2 of them records is the records I did a long time ago. Because I don't like for it to be dragged out. Certain part of the album, it's like, okay, you know what I mean? I don't blew your head off, so, you know, it's like, I didn't need those 2.
But they liked them.
Yeah. And I told them yesterday, because I said, yo, I'm not doing that no more. Because now you're taking me out of, you know what I mean? My feeling, I went with it because you was like, it was old records, and you said, yo, nah, Tone, you got to do it. But I should have said, you know what, pick one then. You see what I'm saying?
You can't have
we ain't
2.
have 2. You know what I mean? I ain't do it, so we just put the 2 in there, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's all good.
Supreme Clientele
Yeah,
2.
baby. You good?
Exciting.
Ghostface. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's
Y'all
go.
know
Let's
what
go.
to
Let's
do.
go. Let's go.
Yo, man, thank you for coming
No,
by,
I appreciate
Yes,
y'all, man.
thank
Thank you
you.
for having me,
Yeah,
man.
man.
All day, anything, man.
Love
Word up.
Ghost always.
All right, King. Let's go.